Well, most experts try to predict the outcomes of games. But what happens when you know exactly what's going to happen? So I feel, I'm going to do this every Friday, I feel like I almost have to warn you about this next segment.
Warning, Colin is about to reveal the outcomes of the biggest college football games this week. If you don't want to know exactly what's going to happen, turn away now.
Yeah, I don't need to predict. I know exactly what's going to happen. First game, Michigan at Notre Dame. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. First of all, Michigan, to me, has the better coach. Michigan's got the better quarterback, Shea Patterson. Michigan has the best defense, Rashawn Gary up front. Generally, I got the better coach. I got the better quarterback. I got the better defense. That's a better team. There is immense pressure on Jim Harbaugh. He finally got the quarterback right. Now, they finished 8-5 last year, but they had all sorts of injury issues with quarterback down the stretch. They get a transfer at quarterback. I got to tell you something. Nothing against Notre Dame, but they're rebuilding. Not only did they lose offensive linemen to the NFL, but their two best were top 10 NFL picks. They lost two great offensive linemen. They lost a top running back. I think Michigan's defensive front is going to overwhelm Notre Dame's offensive line over the course of 3.5 hours. Now, Notre Dame finished 10-3. Their quarterback is Brandon Wimbush, and he's kind of a run guy, more than a throw guy. He's about a 50% completion guy. I think this comes down to I get the better coach, and I think the rebuilding of Notre Dame's O-line, which not only lost starters, but lost Quentin Nelson was the best offensive line prospect in years, and the right tackle goes to San Francisco 49ers. Spoiler alert, turn away. Michigan on the road beats Notre Dame 26-23. All right. Next game, turn away if you don't want to know the precise outcome of the next game. Washington goes to Atlanta to take on Auburn. Now, these teams are both capable of getting into the playoff. They're really, really good. Auburn has a quarterback, Jarrett Stidham, who's going to play in the NFL. Jarrett Stidham's probably, in my opinion, the one NFL prospect at quarterback that nobody's talking about. I really like him. Now, here's the issue. They're rebuilding their offensive line. They lost a couple of wide receivers in spring practice due to injuries. But in this game, I get an NFL quarterback, and Auburn's defensive front seven is a bunch of NFL dudes. It is the best unit of both teams. And they're playing in Atlanta. This is an hour and a half from their campus. This is almost like a home game for Auburn. So I get them playing mostly at home. I get the better quarterback, and I get an unbelievable defensive front. Now, Auburn's secondary's weak, and they're rebuilding the O-line. Let's talk about Washington. Now, I get the better coach in this game in Chris Peterson. Jake Browning is a great college quarterback. I do not believe he's an NFL quarterback. He's a great college quarterback. I get Myles Gaskin, who is a tremendous NFL prospect at running back. Washington doesn't have any unit as good as Auburn's defensive front seven. But Washington, outside of maybe being soft at linebacker, is pretty good everywhere. They got a real running back, good offensive line, nice college quarterback, couple of nice receivers, terrific corners, NFL safety. Don't love them at linebacker, but outside of that, Washington is going to be really solid. They're the most complete team of these two. But I get Auburn at home, I get an NFL quarterback, and I get an unbelievable front seven, which can go toe-to-toe with Alabama. We've seen that, and toe-to-toe with Georgia. And those are the big boy football. So, once again, spoiler alert, Auburn 27, Washington 24 in an incredible football game. Listen, I gave you a heads up. I am not making predictions. This is exactly what's going to happen. Let me throw this out there. Miami Hurricanes beat LSU. I don't have the complete layout, but the Miami Hurricanes will beat LSU. That's the other game. I don't have all the, I don't have all the bells and whistles, but I do like Miami to beat LSU. LSU's returning nobody. They're one of the younger teams in college football. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.